Okay, hi guys, welcome to the first drive review of the revolutionary Tata Punch EV. What if I told you you can buy this for as low as 6.49 lakhs? That is courtesy of the battery as a service offer, which means you just pay for the car and then you pay a monthly subscription for the battery usage per kilometer. So you pay close to 2 rupees 60 paisa per kilometer, and that billing will happen on a monthly basis. First, let us start it up. We are here in Kerala for the first day review, and the best part is the interiors have recently got a refresh. So we have the same interiors. We have the ivory finish here, integrated aircon vents right over here, well put together such that it cools the cabin much more efficiently and quickly. 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment system, wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, 10.25-inch MID as well. This is a 30 kilowatt hour battery pack variant. If you want to buy with battery as a service, it's 6.49. Without that, with the battery as a whole package, it starts from 9.69 lakhs. And for the 40 kilowatt hour, you can check the price online or visit your nearest dealership. And the 40 kilowatt hour battery pack is a long range variant with a peak power of close to 129 PS and around 154 Newton meters torque. And the range is 355 kilometers true range. The claimed range is somewhere around 468. For this, the claimed range, this is a 30 kilowatt hour battery pack variant. Claimed IDC claim is 365, but what it shows here when we started was with 100% state of charge, it was 255. So 255 is the true range that you get, and we are in the city mode. You also have sport mode and eco mode, and I love the 360-degree camera on this. We are here, and this is the 2D view from the top view. Then you also have the 3D view. Crystal clear camera, one of the finest in class, and at this price point, getting this kind of equipment is what makes me think. And see, there are three factors. It's better we start talking once we get moving. So you have a jog dial here to choose between the driving modes, and you have electronic parking brake auto hold function. So let us just drop the parking brake, just switch to reverse. We have dynamic guidelines as well. Now switch to drive mode and switch to sport mode. In sport mode, it goes down a little bit from 248. It come down to 235 kilometers of true range. So it's not a significant drop, hardly 10-kilometer drop. So you have the added extra punchy drive experience. So that is good. You have 4 levels of region. You have paddle shifters to adjust the region. For now, I am adjusting the region to level 2. And let's just step on the gas and let's see how well the vehicle accelerates. It reaches 100 in less than 9 seconds, so it is really fast. Oh boy. And that's enough. We are on city roads, so it's better we don't do the top speed test and all, and we are on narrow roads. But the seating comfort is really good. You have ventilated seats, sunroof. I think you have rain sensing wipers as well, and the front end has been updated, the revised design, end-to-end LED at the back. So overall, the look and feel and the visual appeal of the car has been enhanced further. It looks far more contemporary, far more upmarket and appealing. You have flat bottom steering wheel, Tata insignia on the middle, and you do get cruise control, and you also have this blind view monitor. You can just turn around here. And driving an EV is so effortless, so easy. No gear changes, no hassle of a clutch or gearbox. Even the maintenance is hassle free. And there are 3 points that Tata addressed at the press launch. How they are able to democratize or open up this EV revolution lifestyle to the masses. Now, always there has been a question mark of three important points. One is the range anxiety. Now, what if the range is not enough for regular real-time usage, is the question for the layman or the common man or a person who has only one car in his household to do it all. For intercity travel, for interstate travel, and for daily commute, everything has to be done by this one car. So there they address that with the long range battery. You have the 40 kilowatt hour battery pack that offers a true range of 355 kilometers, and that's really more than sufficient. Second is the charging time. Now another thing, if you the vehicle takes around 8 to 9 hours of charging time each time you have to charge the battery, it is not practical to be used on a day-to-day basis. With the charging infrastructure strengthening really rapid pace, I think 26,000, Tata along with their charging partners claim 26,000 charging points, touch points across 150 plus cities. That is incredible, and they are set to add 26,000 more in the year to come. So that talks about making the charging infrastructure far more accessible and far more usable for the common man. So that is taken care of, and charging time of 20 to 80% in just 26 minutes with DC fast charge. This is able to charge at I think 60 kilowatt per hour rate. So that is incredibly awesome, and the comfort is well taken care of. Ride quality, suspension is top notch as always, and as I told you, at this price point, getting ventilated seats, sunroof, 360-degree camera, parking sensors, and auto hold and electronic parking brake, all of this makes this an absolute winner and value proposition written all over it. Third is the battery life. Now everyone has this question in their mind कि यार अभी इन्वेस्ट करके गाड़ी तो खरीद लिया, लेकिन what if the battery runs out within 4 years? Then it is dead investment. We can't do anything. Tata have gone ahead and done the impossible. They are offering lifetime battery warranty. Yes, not just 5 years or 3 years or 8 years. Lifetime battery warranty on the battery pack. Imagine this is the LFP battery with higher energy density and longer lifespan. So you have better range efficiency, better battery efficiency, better thermal efficiency. So and battery life. So they are saying lifetime warranty, unlimited kilometers. That sums up and seals the deal when it comes to the question mark in every layman's mind as to what happens 5 years down the line. So, and battery health deterioration is also a thing of the past. Now the battery health is not going to deteriorate drastically even after 5 years of usage is what they're claiming. So after extensively testing their vehicles. So there lies the solution to long-term usage and ownership experience. And it drives so efficiently. The drivetrain is 6-in-1 drivetrain, made it more compact, more efficient, more state-of-the-art, you can say. So that is something you need to note. And as I told you, it drives so well in real-world conditions that you don't miss the dynamics of ICE vehicles. So driving dynamics are very well sorted. Especially sport mode, as you can see, there is no significant range drop. We're still at 95% state of charge, and 235 kilometers is the range. And you can see it literally takes off once you step on the acceleration pedal. Oh boy, really engaging driving experience. And I'm just taking the foot off the accelerator pedal just to check the region. The region is kicking in really well. We have a signal right here. Let's stop down. The seat is nice and comfortable. And yeah, this is what I call first step towards ending Ice Age is here. You can say this is the beginning. This marks the beginning of the end. the beginning of the EV revolution and the end of the ice age is near, you can say, because democratizing and making things accessible is the first step towards that. We all are seeing what Windsor Pro is capable of achieving, and in such a small footprint, you are giving the long range efficiency of a 40 kilowatt hour and 300 plus real world range, or close to 400 real world range. If you drive efficiently, you can extract more, and top notch driving dynamics and ride quality in this price point. 5-star safety rating with the body structure, 6 airbags as standard, as I told you, 360-degree camera, auto hold, electronic parking brake, all the safety features included as standard in the 40 kilowatt hour battery pack variant, right from the base variant. So all these things literally seal the deal when it comes to value proposition, and all the questions in the mind of a layman are answered comprehensively once and for all, that that EV lifestyle is here to stay. And even manufacturers like Toyota, who have made bold statements that they'll never adopt EV lifestyle, have finally come to a point where they have actually released a fully electric vehicle, the name of eBella. So whatever be the case, the punch, when you look at it, really packs a knockout punch in terms of making a significant leap towards ending ice age, and that is a bold statement, and that comes from a true petrol head who has enjoyed driving one of the fastest and sportiest cars available in the market. And I am so glad that our Indian brand is stepping up the game and really sending the competition, or giving the competition a run for the money with this Punch EV that is here to stay and here to slay the competition. What do you think? Don't you think this makes things all the more irresistible and all the more practically viable to take the leap and embrace the EV lifestyle? Feel free to comment below. Let me know. Are you a true petrol head, or are you? Have you imagined the kind of amount you like? Yesterday, I was driving with my friend who owns the previous gen Punch EV, and there's not a significant change, at least in terms of the interiors or other visual aesthetics. And he says the amount of money he end up saving is in lakhs of rupees when transitioning from ICE to EV lifestyle. And when you have the reassurance of lifetime battery warranty and unlimited kilometers warranty, then you're rest assured that you're going to end up saving ton of money down the line. So it depends. The more you drive your car, the more it compels you to embrace the EV lifestyle, because that is where you end up saving a lot of money. So this is my take, or my review of the Tata Punch EV. What do you think? Feel free to comment below. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Cheers, and never stop driving.